Nick Viall, Natalie Joy shares trigger warning following miscarriage. April 22, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation News fans. Former Bachelor Nick Viall and his wife Natalie Joy have endured two painful losses this year. They previously revealed that Natalie suffered two miscarriages very close together. Now, she is sending a PSA to followers. Plus, she shares a special way she's honoring her two lost babies. Keep reading to get all the details. Nick Viall's wife, Natalie, speaks to fans following her miscarriage. Bachelor Nick Viall and his wife Natalie Joy shared in January that she was actively miscarrying their second child. In March, she shared that she miscarried for a second time. The couple continues to grieve their losses, and now she is sharing an update with fans. Natalie went to Instagram stories to share a PSA with followers. She revealed that she started her monthly menstrual cycle for the first time following her second miscarriage. She said nobody warned her how triggering that would be. Natalie went on to say that if anyone watching is in that same boat, then this is a warning to prepare yourself because it will take you back. This comes nearly a month after she suffered her second miscarriage. When she lost their second baby, she said, "While mourning the loss of our second baby at the beginning of this year, I quickly and very unexpectedly found out I was pregnant again." Natalie then said this was harder than she ever could have imagined. She even noted she may never be herself again. Nick and their daughter River are what got her through these rough, painful times. Following her announcement, she took a short social media break. When she came back online, she thanked everyone for their support and love. She then said she knows one day they will get their rainbow baby. Natalie Joy honors her two lost babies. Bachelor Nick Viall and Natalie Joy have found ways to honor their two lost pregnancies. After Natalie miscarried in January, the couple went and got tattoos to remind them of their baby. Now, she has found another way to keep the memory of her lost babies with her always. Natalie shared a photo of a gorgeous ring with two green stones. The ring wraps around the bottom of her finger with a stone on each side. There is nothing connecting the two stones together. She said she worked with Amanda Thomas to design a ring to honor both of her babies. She loves it and thinks it's perfect. Then, she noted that things in twos have become very significant to me. Nick Viall and Natalie Joy welcomed their daughter River Rose in February 2024. They were married shortly after. Despite their rather large age gap, these two are making things work and loving their life together. They continue to work together on Nick's podcast, The Viall Files. The couple often shares updates on their family throughout their podcasts. What do you think of Natalie's PSA? What do you think of her gorgeous ring in honor of her two lost pregnancies? Stay tuned for more updates on all your Bachelor Nation favorites. Nick Viall and Natalie Joy share gut-wrenching trigger warning following miscarriage. We never thought this would happen to us. A love story shattered. Nick Viall and Natalie Joy have always portrayed a version of love that seemed invincible. From viral TikToks to cozy red carpet appearances, the Bachelor Nation couple exuded charm, authenticity, and laughter. But behind the carefully curated Instagram highlights and candid podcast moments, a storm was brewing, one that neither of them saw coming. Now, in a heartbreaking reveal that's left fans in tears, the couple has spoken out about a miscarriage that rocked their world to its core. In a deeply emotional Instagram post, paired with a trigger warning that stopped followers mid-scroll, Natalie opened up about the loss with haunting honesty. And for the first time, Nick, often stoic and composed, showed the raw vulnerability of a man grieving not just for his partner, but for the future they thought they were building together. This isn't just a story about loss, it's a story about resilience, love in the face of devastation, and a chilling reminder that even the strongest couples can be brought to their knees by the unthinkable. Chapter 1. The announcement that shows CKD fans. On an otherwise quiet Monday morning, Natalie Joy posted a photo to her Instagram. A soft, black and white image of her hand clasping Nick's, resting gently on her stomach. The caption began with a trigger warning: Tiga, pregnancy loss. Fans stopped in their tracks. The caption unfolded like a love letter wrapped in grief. "We were so excited to share this journey with all of you," Natalie wrote. "But instead, we're sharing our heartbreak. We lost our baby." Nick shared the post almost simultaneously, with just 3 words, no words, just love. The Bachelor Nation community, often so focused on who's dating who or whose ring was the biggest, suddenly went silent. Chapter 2. Hints the fans missed. Looking back, fans began to piece it all together. In late March, Natalie had gone quiet on social media. No sponsored skincare posts, no playful TikToks with Nick. Just silence, punctuated only by a cryptic Instagram story where she wrote, "Taking a break. Please be kind." Nick, who hosts the popular Viall podcast, canceled 2 episodes without explanation. At the time, listeners assumed it was a scheduling conflict or technical glitch. But now, those missed episodes feel like the moment everything changed behind the scenes. "It all makes sense now," one fan wrote on Reddit. They were grieving in silence. Chapter 3. How they found out something was wrong. In a podcast recorded just before the announcement, Natalie spoke, with Nick at her side, about their excitement in hearing the heartbeat for the first time. "We were holding hands and looking at the monitor," she said, her voice cracking. "And then the doctor got quiet." Nick, usually the talker, stayed silent. Natalie continued, "That silence was deafening. I just knew." The episode, released with a pre-roll warning about sensitive content, has been shared over 1.2 million times. Chapter 4. Community in mourning. What followed was an outpouring of love. From Bachelor alums like Caitlin Bristow and Ashley Iaconetti to influencers outside the reality TV bubble, thousands took to the comments to send their condolences. Caitlin wrote, "This pain is unimaginable. Thank you for your bravery in sharing it." Even Chris Harrison, who's kept a low profile since his Bachelor exit, commented, "Sending you love and prayers during this devastating time." But it wasn't just fellow celebrities. Everyday fans filled Natalie's DMs with stories of their own losses, with one writing, "Your words made me feel less alone in my grief." Chapter 5. Nick's breaking point. Nick, known for being candid yet composed, let the mask slip in an emotional episode of his podcast titled Love, Loss, and Silence. "I didn't know how to protect her," he said through tears. "I didn't know how to fix it." And that's the worst feeling for someone who loves deeply, feeling helpless. He admitted he struggled with not just grief, but guilt. "Was there something I missed? Something we did wrong? I know logically that's not how this works. But emotionally, I've replayed every second." Listeners described the episode as gut-wrenching, with one fan saying, "I've never heard Nick like that. He was just broken." Chapter 6. Navigating the aftermath. Natalie described the days that followed as a blur of tissues, silence, and sleeping with the lights on. The couple leaned on therapy, family, and, unexpectedly, their online community. "We thought sharing this would be scary," Natalie admitted, "but it's been healing. People have shown up for us in ways we never imagined." Still, not everyone was supportive. Some critics accused the couple of capitalizing on tragedy, an accusation that cut deeply. "We didn't share this for attention," Nick responded in a comment. "We shared it because someone out there is going through this too, and maybe our story makes them feel a little less alone." Chapter 7. The future TEYR still hoping for. Despite their pain, Nick and Natalie haven't given up hope. In a recent live Q&A, a fan asked the couple if they still plan to grow their family. Natalie responded carefully, "We're still grieving, but yes, we still believe in that dream." Nick added, "This isn't the end of our story, just a chapter we never thought we'd have to write." The couple also revealed they're in the early stages of starting a foundation dedicated to supporting couples navigating miscarriage, pregnancy loss, and infertility. "We want to make sure others don't feel as alone as we did in those first few days," Natalie said. Chapter 8. The Ilisans te Ivoyari carrying forward. More than anything, Natalie and Nick have become unintentional advocates for vulnerability. "People think grief looks a certain way," Natalie posted. "But some days, it looks like making coffee while crying. Some days it looks like canceling everything. And some days it's smiling again, even just a little." Nick echoed the sentiment on his podcast. "There's no right way to mourn. There's just your way. Kung Saluzeon. A Lovi stronger than Lois." Nick Viall and Natalie Joy didn't plan to become the face of such a painful experience. But in sharing their loss, they've created space for healing, not just for themselves, but for countless others navigating the same heartbreak in silence. Their story is a painful reminder that love doesn't always protect us from loss, but it does give us the courage to face it together.